So what to do after the approval of your Italian citizenship application? So let's assume that you file your application for Italian dual citizenship by Jure Sanguinis or by marriage. And after waiting, the Italian consulate or another Italian authorities notified you that your application is approved. Wow, perfect. So now what you have to do? Are you already an Italian citizenship, legally speaking? Today we want to explain you step by step in detail what is the process after you got, formally speaking, your Italian citizenship. So after the approval, after you received the notification that your application is approved. Let's start. Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Marco Bersani from the Bersani Law Firm and Partners from Italy, an Italian immigration law firm with expertise on Italian citizenship applications. So we want to explain you step by step the process of what to do after the approval and the two main ways to get Italian citizenship. So first of all, I will talk about the Italian citizenship Jure Sanguinis, the Italian dual citizenship by descent process. And then I will talk about the Italian citizenship by marriage process, which is a different way to get your Italian passport. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the first case, the Italian dual citizenship by descent application. In this case, let's assume that you file your application at the local Italian consulate. So you are living abroad, you are not living in Italy, and you filed years ago your application for citizenship by descent. The Italian consulate notified you a letter saying we evaluated your application, we evaluated your documents, so we think that you are eligible and we think that you can be approved for becoming an Italian citizen. But after that, there is a gap between this notification letter and the moment you have your Italian passport in hands. So what do you have to do in this time frame? So first of all, as soon as you receive the notification that your application is approved, then the first things to do is taking your birth certificate, your US birth certificate or the birth certificate from your home country, and you need to transcribe those birth certificates in Italy. This is the most important things to do. So you have to take your birth certificate and ask for the transcriptions, for the registrations of your foreign birth certificates in Italy. Transcription must be made at the Italian municipality, at the local Italian municipality where your ancestor was born. This type of process, as an administrative process, can be also processed by the Italian consulate. So what you have to do is just to book an appointment at the consulate, at the Stato Civile office, it's called, so the Vital Records office. That is a specific office inside the consulate that will take care of the transcriptions of your US birth certificate or your foreign birth certificates in Italy. So they will send everything, they will send the envelope with your birth certificate to the Italian comune, the Italian municipality. Birth certificate will be registered to the Italian municipality and you will have an Italian birth record too. So you will have an Italian document, an equivalent US birth certificate as an Italian birth certificate because you are considered Italian since your birth, since the beginning. After that, after you have your birth certificate, then you are ready for filing your application. But first of all, you need to take another step. So after you have your Italian birth certificate, well, you are Italian actually, you are legally considered an Italian dual citizen. So you need to be registered into a database, an online database for all Italian citizens living abroad. AIRE is the database for all the Italian citizens living abroad. So you have to be registered there. The procedure can be also processed online, entirely online. So you have not to go in person to the consulate, you have not to go in person in Italy at the Italian municipality, nothing like that. Everything can be handled online. So you have just to register yourself into the portal, the AIRE portal, with your information, with your residency address, where you live, and you will be registered by the local consulate. Everything, as I said, online. You will be registered as an Italian living abroad into the jurisdiction, of course, of that Italian consulate. After that, well, you're ready for getting your Italian passport. In this case, what you have to do, as soon as you are registered as an Italian living abroad into the jurisdiction of the district of the local Italian consulate, let's assume you are living in Los Angeles, so you will be registered as an Italian living in the district of Los Angeles, so you will fall under the jurisdiction of the Italian consulate in Los Angeles. Then you can book your appointment at the passport office, so not at the citizenship office, and you can, by taking your fingerprints, then you can have finally your Italian passport. That's it. From that moment, you have your Italian passport in hands. Let's see the process for the second option, so the application for Italian dual citizenship by marriage. The process is similar but not equal as the process for citizenship by descent. The main things to consider is that as long as you have your approval of your Italian citizenship application by marriage, then you have to take the oath of allegiance. In 6 months, in maximum 6 months from the day they notified you the approval, then you have to book your appointment at the local Italian consulate or in Italy, if you are living in Italy, for taking the oath of allegiance to Italy. So you will take the oath, and only with the oath you are considered, legally speaking, an Italian citizen. So as you see, the difference is that you don't have to take the oath through the process of citizenship by descent, because you are immediately recognized an Italian citizen. After the marriage, the process by marriage is a little different, because you have, yes, the approval must be notified to you, and then you have in 6 months to take your oath of allegiance to Italy. Only after the oath, then you are considered, legally speaking, an Italian citizen. So in this case, the process by marriage, the process is completed, finalized only after the oath. You gave your consent, your will, to get an Italian dual citizenship. After the oath, the process is similar, actually is the same. As long as you take your oath, your documents will be registered in Italy, and then you can apply for your Italian passport. So this is the two ways. So what happened after you got the approval, and so what you have to do, the administrative steps, so all the bureaucracy that you have to handle for arriving finally to having your passport in hands. And you can also contact us through our social media pages like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, and you can also leave here a comment. We are always happy, and the team is always happy to reply to your comments. Of course, as we always say, we cannot do consultations on YouTube, so if you want specific consultation in your case, or if you want to check the eligibility for your Italian citizenship or for any other things, you can contact us through our website, booking a consultation with one of our expertise attorneys. So this is Marco Bersani as always, and see you on the next videos.